Hey there, everybody. CP Cards and Dice, and welcome to another presentation of Time Travel Baseball. This is Game 5 of the 1973 World Series, and we're doing a tutorial on the game. It's a real fun game. Not overly expensive, so it's easy to get into. The cards are very nice, very easy to read. It's straightforward, pretty much abstracted. There's not a lot of charts. Practically no charts at all, really. And that's a nice thing. I like that. So let's see if we can get out of this thing here. Let's survey there. Okay. You got a little crowd noise. All right. Let's get started. It's Jerry Koosman against Bert Campaneris, Joe Rudi, and Sal Bando. If we get to the cleanup batter, it'll be Reggie Jackson, followed by Gene Tenace and Jesus Alou, the right fielder. Then it's the catcher, Fosse, the second baseman, Green, and Vida Blues, the pitcher, on the mound for the A's today. And Koosman beat Blue 11-4 in the second game of this replay of the 1973 World Series. Pretty much the lineups have been the exact same lineups throughout the whole games, except for one game where they bring in Davalillo, a lefty, and he replaces Alou. That's really the only major change in any of the lineups, so it's pretty interesting. I was not aware of that they were so consistent with their players. It's not like, at least for the Mets, it's not like they had really great players. So anyway, the way you play time travel baseball is you roll 2d6, and if it's not a double, the red is the pitcher die, and the white, we're going to change that, but we can make it yellow or whatever you want to make it. Doesn't matter. The white will be the batter die. So if the batter die is higher, it'll be off the batter card. If the pitcher die is higher, it will be off the pitcher card. So that would be a 9, and it would be off the batter card because the 5 is higher than the pitcher card number. The batter card, pitcher card number. And here goes. Jerry Koosman is a lefty, pitching to Bert Campaneris. And that is going to be off the batter, so it's going to be a 9. And that 9 is going to be a hard ground ball to the shortstop, Harrelson, and he throws out Campaneris, 1 away. Mets are leading the series 3-1, so this is an elimination game for the Oakland A's. It's going to be a 5 off the pitcher card, and that's a strikeout. Joe Rudi goes down swinging, and here comes Sal Bando. He's a right-handed hitter. Good power. And that's going to be an 8, and that's chopped up the middle, and Millan gets his footing and throws him out. 3 up, 3 down. Vida Blue. There he is. Great pitcher, for sure. Let's see what I do with the Mets. I don't know what I do with the Mets. Oh, here they are. All right. So now Wayne Garrett leading it off. He's a lefty. And here's a pitch, and it's going to be a 5. That's going to be off Garrett, and it's a swing and a miss at a Vida Blue fastball, so 1 away. Here's Felix Millan. He's a 290 hitter, and that's a 5. That's a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Vida Blue. And now it's Rusty Staubbe back from the left side, lefty on lefty here. And that's a 7, and that is a fly ball right field. On the run is Alou. Will he get it? And yes, he does. 3 up, 3 down. That was one quick first inning. This game plays very quickly. It takes me longer to switch the teams than sometimes the inning. So I'm starting to feel like, hey, you know what? Maybe I should just leave both teams out and just flip the cards. That way I don't have to waste time lifting them up all the time. Like if I just put that like that, see, and then I put blue up here. That would be another way to do it, and that would minimize Me having to kind of pick up the cards constantly. So it's Reggie Jackson against Jerry Koosman here in the top of the second inning. And that is going to be a 6. So 1 and a 5. The 5 is higher, and that's the batter number, the batter die. So it's going to be a 6, and that is a ground ball to Felix Millan, who scoops it and throws out Jackson for out number 1. Gene Tennis. And that's going to be doubles. When there's a double, you pull a gamble card. And the gamble card is going to show the batter. So that's a 5-5 off the batter. And that is going to be, a hit by pitch. Ouch. Gene Tennis out to first base. Gets plunked. All right. And here's Jesus Alou. Hey there. Bears Den. Welcome, my brother. Time travel has some strange seasons. 1890, 1950 Federal League. Oh, it was a pretty strange game. But strange in a good way. Here's Jesus Alou with a run on first base and 1 out. Here's a pitch from Koosman. Okay, that's again the doubles again. So we pull a card and we see if it's a batter or a pitcher picture, and it's going to be a batter. So that's 6-6 off the batter, and that is a pop fly double, which means a runner may be able to score from first base on this. Let me double check the charts. There's not many charts to check. It's just like one basic chart. A pop fly double says that runners advance 2 bases with 2 outs, all runners score, but there aren't 2 outs, so they're going to hold up Gene Tennis at third base. So Jerry Koosman's in trouble. Got second and third with only 1 out. We're going to leave, in this case, we are going to leave the infield back. We're going to concede a run. And again, doubles again. And this time again, it's off the batter card. And that's a pop fly double. Ray Fosse drives one in the gap. That's going to split the outfielders. Bounce off the wall. Played nicely by Hahn. He gets it in, and they keep Ray Fosse at 2. But that's a 2-run double for Ray Fosse, and the A's lead at 2-0. And here's Dick Green. And that's an 8 off the pitcher, and that's a Green is a righty. That's a ground ball at third base. You know what? We're going to pull a card for that. See if it goes. Yeah. Let's see. It's a lefty and a righty. Yep, it's a ground ball to third base. I called it. Runner's going to hold on that. And then here's by the blue. And it's a 4 off the batter. And that is a ground ball to Harrelson. Harrelson throws him out, and that retires the side. But the A's pick up a couple of runs. They lead at 2-0. We go to the top of the bottom of the second. So then we should do this. Ay, madre. All right. There we go. That's Ricky Ricardo, by the way. All right, Cleon Jones. Bottom of the second. And that's doubles. We pull a gamble. It's going to be the pitcher, and that is going to be a deep drive off the bat of Jones and left center field. Back goes Rudy to the track to the wall. That's out of here. 2-1. Cleon Jones homers. And John Milner now. And that is a 5 off the pitcher, strike 3. That's Blues' third strikeout of the game. And that's a 7 off Blue. That's a gamble. You pull a gamble. There's none on base, so you look at none. Deep fly out. Center fielder as pitcher hangs a high curveball. If batter has 5W or more, so I guess you look, who's up? Grody. 5W, he has a 2W. So if batter has a 5W or more on his card, he takes ball 4. That's interesting. So that plays a role as well, which is good. I like that. All right. So that's a fly to center. That's 2 outs. Keeping the stats on iScore. And it's going to be Don Hahn. And it's a fly off Hahn, and that's a line out to the shortstop. Leap by Campaneris, and he snags it for out number 3. Here's Bert Campaneris leading off against Jerry Koosman. 2-1 is the score. That's going to be a 7. That's going to be take a gamble with none on base, and it's going to say batter is safe at first on an error by the second baseman. So it's going to be an error on Millan, and he did make a big error, but that was, I believe, in game 1. The ball went through his legs. Here's Joe Rudi, and that is an 11 off of the pitcher, and that is a base hit single. And runner moves to second. So first and second, nobody out, and here's Sal Bando, the captain. Jerry Koosman again with two on and nobody out. And that is a 5 off of Bando's card, and that's ball 4. So that bases are loaded. And here comes Yogi Berra going to talk to Koosman. All right, so Koosman's got the bases loaded. The Mets are going to play the infield halfway at this point. Just want to avoid a big inning. Hopefully we get a double play. It's Reggie Jackson. And that is a 9 off Jackson's card, and that's a hard grounder. This may be a double play. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Alert defense, which the defense is alert because they're home, double play. So it's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. Run scores. 4-6-3 double play, but that's exactly what we wanted. So we'll let the run score on the throw. And runner moves to third, but then the runner at second is out on a double play. There we go. So it should not be an RBI there. All right, now it's Gene Tenace with a runner at third base. Tenace the menace. That's going to be a 6. That's ball 4. Tenace walks. So Koosman's having an issue with his control. As you can see, his command is failing him. Jesus Alou with runners on first and third and 2 outs. And that is doubles. See who's it going to be off of? It's going to be off the batter. 4-4 off the batter is strike 3. And that retires the side. So a big strikeout for the Coos with the curveball. All right, Buddy Harrelson scores 3-1 right now. Buddy Harrelson's leading it off against Vital Blue in the bottom of the third. That's going to be a 10, and that is a strikeout. Goes down looking, and Harrelson's not happy with himself. Here's Koosman. Koosman with a 7, and that's a back-to-back Ks, and that's, I believe, 5 Ks now for Vital Blue. So his fastball is sharp. All right, it's a 7. And that's going to be a gamble card with nobody on. So we're going to look at none. It's going to be a single. Diving star right field turns it into a flyout. So is Jackson a star center fielder? What is that doing there? Hold on a second. Let's see what Jackson is. Jackson is not a star. So, all right. So it's a base hit single for Wayne Garrett. And here's Felix Millan. I'm going to try hit and run. The bottom of the third, 3-1 A's. Here's a hit and run chart. Let's see what happens. All right, that's going to be an 8 off the pitcher card, and that's a ground out. So it's going to be a fielder's choice. So they are going to get Garrett at second base. So it's a fielder's choice. Let me just check the regular chart. Okay, so it's going to be a 4-6 Fearless Jet. No, 4-6 Fearless Choice here. Runner forced at second. I did that wrong. Let's try it again. Fearless Choice. 4-6. Runner on second is forced. Okay, so Mian is on at first. Was that the third out? Oh yeah, it was a third out. So there's no hit and run there. I was not aware of that. It's just a ground out. Okay. All right. Ray Fosse leading off the top of the fourth. And that's a 10 off the batter. And it's a base hit. Fosse dunks one into left center field. He's on at first. Dick Green. Gonna try a bunt with Dick Green. Dick Green is. We're gonna try a bunt with him. You know what? We're gonna let him hit, and we'll try a bunt with the pitcher. So let's let Green is gonna hit. And that's a 6 off the pitcher, and that's a sharp ground ball. This is gonna be a double play. Sharp ground ball is a 6-4-3 double play. 2 out. And now 6-4-3 double play. All right, Vita Blue is batting. And that is a double, so we pull a gamble card to see whose picture it is. It's going to be the batter's picture, so I'm going to read that 1-1. It's going to be a single. Little ground ball up the middle, and nobody can get to it. Played by Hahn in center. Gets it into the second baseman, Mian. So Vita Blue's got a 2-out single. And that's going to bring up Bert Campaneris. Campaneris is 0 for 2 today. He grounded out and reached on an error. Captain Carl's in the house. I purchased the current edition plus 1926 season and all 4 expansion sets. It's my Christmas gift to me. And you deserve it. Who better than you deserve a nice Christmas gift? All right. And that's a double, so we're going to pull a gamble card to see the picture. The picture is the batter. So 4-4, it's going to be a strikeout. That's out number 3. All righty, Rusty Staub in the bottom of the fourth. It's 3-1 A's. The Mets lead the series 3-1. So that is going to be off the batter. It's a 6. That's ball 4. So Rusty walks. And here's Cleon Jones with a runner on first. And that's a 9 off the batter, and that's a hard ground ball. And a hard ground ball, alert defense double play. Runners advance 1 base. It's going to be a 5-3. Runners advance. Runner to second. And here's John Milner with 1 out. Runner scoring position. That's a double. It's going to be off the batter. 4-4 off the batter. It's fouled out to the right side. Gene Tennis near the stands. Makes the catch. Runner Staub holds at second. And with 2 outs, here's Jerry Grote. He's the hero from last night's game. If you remember, that's going to be a 7 off the pitcher. That's going to be a gamble with a runner at second base. So we're looking at second base. Daring runner at second base steals third. No, Rusty's not daring. All right, so that's not going to happen. All right, so another at bat opportunity. Oh, that's double 6s. I'm going to pull a card, see who that's going to be off. It's going to be off the batter. Double 6s, a fly ball, deep left field. Back goes Rudy near the track and runs it down for the out. Yeah, Grote doesn't have a lot of power at all. He batted 256. Joe Rudy's up. Top of the 5th. This game is moving along. That's going to be a 9 off Rudy's card, and that's a ground ball. Hit hard at Harrelson. He scoops it, fires the first. High throw. Nice stretch by Milner. 1 down. Sal Bando. And that's a 5 off the pitcher. Strike 3 in Bando. Flails at a fastball. 2 out. And here's Mr. October. That's a 6. And that's ripped to short. Harrelson throws him out to retire the side. That was a quick inning. Here's Don Hahn now. Don Hahn versus Vita Blue. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 3-1 A's. Hope everybody's doing well. Watching time travel baseball. Plays very quick, very easy. Once you get the hang of it, and it takes a few games to get the hang of any game. Give games a chance. A lot of guys say, "Oh, I tried it and I'm selling it." I say, "Why did you try it? Why are you selling it? I mean, did you play it?" "Oh, I tried a couple of games." Yeah, but that's not enough. That's just when you're fumbling through everything, trying to put everything in order and try to, that's not enough. You need to play new games. I'll play 30 days. Every day I'll play at least 3 innings for 30 days. The 3 innings on days that I'm like either really tired or I have a lot of work or I've been playing other games or whatever. But usually I try to play about a game a day for 30 days, and then I'll have some, ability to kind of give an objective kind of view on the mechanic overall, not on the accuracy of the game, of the results. I can't gauge that from 30 games, So that's where guys try to play the 3 games. Say, well, my pitcher gave up a lot of walks, so I don't think the game is accurate. What? Say, come again? That's wrong, guys. So if anybody's doing that, or anybody that's playing a game for 3 days and saying, oh, this is no good because I had a high scoring game or both my games were 1-0. Okay, so I mean, there's a lot of games like that. Oh yeah, Fall Classic has a ton of seasons. That's one of the big attractions. Their cards are beautiful. They're super easy to read. They're based on, from what I'm seeing, basic math. Because if I can learn it that quick, everything's based on a D20. You know, pretty much. Even though you're rolling the D. They call it the D36, I believe they call it, and it's the APA system. The APA system's been around for 70 years. Okay, so you're going to tell me the APA system is not a good fundamental math system? Please, it is basic. They've never changed it, and they don't, and it gives you good, accurate results. Now, is it really fine tuned to be the most accurate possible? Pitching is, unless you're playing the master game when there are more pitching levels. There's 30 pitching levels versus like 4 or 5 from the regular game. But even within that, you get a pretty good accurate game. All right, so it's going to be Don Hahn leading off the bottom of the 5th. It's 3-1 A's. Game 5 of the 1973 World Series replay. Vita Blue, the lefty, is on the mound. That's going to be a 5 off Hahn, and that is lined and caught by Gene Tenace at first. So a late swing, and he lines it, but right at Tenace. And that's 1 out. Next batter is Buddy Harrelson. And that's a 3. That is a deep fly ball hit to center field. Jackson near the track and hauls it in for out number 2. And Jerry Koosman at the plate. Yeah, that's a 4. That's ball 4. He walks the pitcher. Holy smokes. What? That can't be. Wayne Garrett. Lefty hitter. He's 1 for 2. He struck out and singled. Mets have only 2 hits in this game, and Garrett has 1 of them. That's a 7. That's going to be a gamble card with a runner at first. So we're looking at sharp ground at third base. Careless, which he is, boots it. It's a double play grounder, but you need a double play. Just need 1 out. He rushed it. And now there's runners on first and second. So it's going to be an E5. And it's Felix Millan. First and second. 2 outs. Here's a pitch from Blue. It's a 5 off of Millan's card, and that's ripped to short. Campy's going to flip to green for the force, and that retires the side. All right, we go to the top of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch from Koosman to Gene Tennis. That's a 9 off the pitcher card, and that's popped up. Infield. Wayne Garrett in foul ground. Hauls it in for out number 1. Alou, who's 1 for 2, he doubled and struck out. Here's the pitch to Alou. That's going to be a 10 off Alou, and that's going to be a base hit single, unless they're from the same side, and they are not. So this game even comes with platoon effect. Every game has its flaws. Absolutely. Every game has its strengths, which is what I like to emphasize, and then every game has its flaws as well. I don't like to dwell on, the flaws. I like to see, hey, what's good in it, but you can admit the flaws. That's just being real, right? But I don't, just there's a lot of work that goes into a lot of these games, and to just dismiss a game because you played it 2 or 3 times, or to accept things, that shouldn't be because you don't want to try another game. I don't think that's going to work in your best interest. Ray Fosse. Like, if a company's not doing the right thing, I really like deep drive baseball. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. I really like deep drive baseball. I think it's a fun system. It's an easy system. It comes with all the cards. It's $12. The cards are nice. They're easy to read. It's a good mathematical system. It's based on 100, right? You can't go wrong with that. But guess what? The guy's not coming out with any seasons very soon. He's not. If you ask him about a season, he says, "Well, I got my kids and I got my job." Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not going to be all into your game if you're not coming out with another season, anytime soon. It's just like, so I'll play your game, but it's just one of the games I have on the side. But if you have all the seasons for me, I'm going to get into your game and I'm going to put more time into it because I can play any season I want. So that's what I mean. When the company's not putting an effort, they have a good product, but they're not putting an effort to market their product. Why am I going to be sitting around twiddling my thumbs? Hey, I got 20 other choices. I go to a restaurant, they say, hey, we're out of freaking, hamburgers. Okay, so serve me a hot dog. Or I'll go to another restaurant and find a hamburger. There's another one right across the street. But I'm not going to be like going there looking for hamburgers, and for the next 3 months they're saying, oh, we're out of hamburger meat. Come on now. All right, so Jesus Alou's on at first. He got on by a single. And there's 1 out, 1 on, and here's Ray Fosse. And Fosse, by the way, is 2 for 2. He doubled and singled, and now he's got a double 11. And that's going to be off the batter card. And that is going to be, again, a pop fly double. And they're going to hold Alou a third, a second. So Fosse's having a heck of a day. He's 3 for 3 today. And again, Koosman finds himself in a bind with runners on second and third, and only 1 out. On this occasion, the Mets, here being that it's the 6th inning and the Mets are already down by 2, they're going to have to bring the infield in. Hey, Norman Lee. The Facebook page is very active because they got a bunch of guys that are very, very enthusiastic, and that was contagious, and they got me into it. He sent me this really cool article that was written on him, a guy named Ivan. He had an article written about him that he was an obsessive guy who loved baseball and kept track of all these stats and rolled dice and had a league, and it was really cool. And I read that, and he kept on sending me stuff and telling me about the game. And eventually I said, you know what, let me try this game. If this guy likes it so much, it's got to be something good about it. So I tried it, and the game's a lot of fun. And now I joined the league. Tonight we have a draft at 6 o'clock. After this, I got to start writing down my draft choices. I already know pretty much who I want. But there's like 1,000 guys to choose from, so it's very cool. But you can't have only all-stars on your team because you have X amount of dollars to spend. All right, so runners on second and third with Dick Green. Now we could. This is an interesting situation. What only would happen with the pitcher batting, because if we walked Green, we'd face Vita Blue. Are you going to pinch hit with Vita Blue when he's up 3-1? No. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to walk green intentionally. So now we're going to face Vita Blue. We should be able to get Vita Blue out, hopefully. Let's pray. All right, so base is loaded. What we're going to do right here is we're going to keep the infield halfway for the double play. Because first of all, we are at home. We have an advantage on defense. And Vita Blue is most likely to strike out or hit a sharp grounder for a double play. So we're going to leave it halfway. We're going to face Blue. And here's a pitch from Koosman. And that is going to be a 6. And a 6 off Koosman is a sharp grounder, just what the doctor ordered. Sharp grounder says if first base is occupied, it's a 6-4-3 double play. Actually, he's a lefty, so it's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. And the Mets are out of the inning. So my strategy worked perfectly. No runs scored. Runner advances. The other runner is out on a double play. Wow. So Koosman got out of that one barely. So we walked the 8th place batter to face the pitcher, and the pitcher grounded into a double play to get us out of the inning. So that was great. All right. Got to pat myself on the back. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Rusty Staub is leading us off. 3-1 A's. That's going to be a double. So we're going to pull a card, and it's a pitcher it's the image of a pitcher. So we're going to look on the pitcher. 3-3 is a base hit for Staub. Muscles one into right center field, and he's on with a single. So the Mets are bringing the tying run to the plate. And they got a couple of guys that can hit home runs. Cleon Jones has a home run already today. See if we can hit another one and tie this ball game up. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a 5 off Blue, and that's a strikeout. Here's John Milner. He hit a 3-run homer in that game 2. And that is a 7, but this is going to be off Milner, and that's a fly ball deep to right center field. On the run is Alou, and he gets there, runs it down. Gets a high five from his teammate Reggie Jackson in center field. And it's Jerry Grody. 2 outs now. Pitch from Blue. And that is a 4 off the batter, Grody, and that's a slow ground ball to Bando. Bando throws him out. 5-3. And Bert Campaneris is up. Bears Den, you and all the other guys with a little bit of common sense would do the same. You're saying Strat not continuing seasons. They're not. I mean, this is the time for them to make those seasons because the guys are locked in their house. They want to play. They're rolling games every day because you can't go out anywhere. This is the time. Don't hold. You have no seasons available barely. I mean, you have some earlier, and guys are still buying those. They're looking at the. It's like if I went to the supermarket and I wanted to buy Frosted Mini Wheats, and all they had was cornflakes, and then I went back a week later and I wanted to buy Fruit Loops, and all they had was cornflakes, so I bought cornflakes. In other words, you're buying what they're offering, regardless of what you want. I never heard of such a thing. It's like that's not how business is supposed to work. Give us all the seasons. Right now, I would buy seasons from them. I would buy 72. I would buy 74. I would buy 75 and 76. If they came out with all those seasons, they'd automatically have $200 right there. Just like that. And if they gave me all the cards, I would pay another $15 for each extra player set. So they just made $260. You telling me that 1,000 other guys wouldn't do that? Come on, Bears Den. Let's be honest. And defending them and saying, oh no, they know what they're doing because they've been in business for 80 years. That's not an argument. That's what's the difference between what is it? Correlation and causation. It's not because they don't produce cards that they're in business for 50 years. That makes no sense, right? They're not producing what they should be producing right now. They're doing, but that may be their plan. Their plan, may be to just go all digital. I think you said that yesterday. Who knows? I can't read their mind, and I don't want to read their mind either. All right, so we are Bergkamp and Eris, and he's been up for 3 times. So the endurance system is 5 times, 5 base runners, or 5 runs scored. So Kuzmin is at none of those. So we're going to get Bergkamp and Eris is at the top of the 7th. Here's a pitch from Kuzmin. It's 3-1 A's, and that's going to be an 8 off Kuzmin, and that's a ground ball. And Garrett charges, barehands it, fires to first, and high throw, but nice stretch by the first baseman, John Milner. Went away. Here's Joe Rudi, and 10, and that's a strikeout. Rudi swings and misses at a Kuzmin curveball in the dirt. He's not happy with himself, shaking his head as he goes back to the dugout. Here's Sal Bando with 2 outs. Bando is 0 for 2 today. He's grounded out, walked, and struck out. And that's an 11. That's going to be off the pitcher card, and that is a base hit for Bando. Muscles one through the infield into left field. Jones gets it into Harrelson. Bando's on at first with a knock. And here's Reginald Martinez Jackson, number 9. And here's the pitch, and that is a 5 off Jackson. That's ball 4. So Kuzmin's very careful with Jackson and walks Reggie. And here's Gene Tenace. Kuzmin's up next inning. We're probably going to see a pinch hitter for him. So we're going to try to get him to face Tenace. Unless we do a double switch. We're not going to do that. And that is going to be a 5. Kuzmin with a strikeout, and that retires the side. So Kuzmin reaches back for a little extra and strikes out Tenace. We go to the bottom of the 7th. So this is the 7th inning stretch. So let me do this. I never do this, but I'm going to do this because I can get some water. All right. Let's continue on. I got something to drink. My Mets cup. Got my Mets cup. Take a look at my Mets cup. How nice that is. Somebody at my wife's job made this. Mr. Met. And I'm making another one with C-Rock. Anyway, all right. So let me take another sip here. We're going to get a pinch hitter. It's not going to be a lefty. It's going to be a righty. So, and then we're going to need a new pitcher. I'm going to bring in Willie Mays. I've been bringing him in to pinch hit every game. continue doing that just out of reverence to his greatness over the years. And in the top of the 8th inning, let's see what kind of batters we're facing. We're going to face the bottom of the lineup. It's going to be Alou, righty, righty, and righty. So we're going to bring in a righty. We'll bring in, let's see, we're going to bring in Harry Parker pitched. Ray Sadecki's pitched in this series. So Harry Parker. Who else? These cards were sent to me, by the way. So I want to thank those guys who sent me these cards. So Harry Parker's going to come in. All right. And then we got a pinch hitter as well. All right, so here's Don Hahn. Here's a pitch from Vita Blue. It's 3-1 A's here in the bottom of the 7th. And that's going to be a 9 off the batter card. That's a strikeout. So we're going to miss by Hahn. And that's 1 out. Here's Buddy Harrelson. That's a 9 off Harrelson. And that's a ground ball to the second baseman Green, who throws out Harrelson, 2 down. And here's the pitcher, and it's going to be Willie Mays. Let's get a hand for a round of applause for Willie Mays. His last season in baseball. Damn commercials. All right. Great. Thank you. All right. Crowd cheers Willie Mays as he steps into the box. He's a right-handed hitter. Batted .211 in 1973. Mets are down by 2 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And here's a pitch. So it's a 3-6. The white is higher, so it's going to be a 9 total. And with the white higher, it goes off the batter card, and that's going to be a hard ground ball to the shortstop. Can't be up with it. Fires the first. Scooped out by the first baseman Tennis for out number 3. That retires the side. We get a new pitcher. It's going to be Harry Parker. All right. And here's a pitch from Parker to Jesus Alou, who's 2 for 3. Single, struck out. He's doubled, struck out, and singled. And that's going to be a 5 off Alou, and that's a slow ground ball. Charged by Harrelson, throws on the run, gets his man. Ray Fosse's up next. You have those. You got 72. I need 72, 74, 76. We all do, pretty much. You can get 72, 74, 76, but it's going to cost you about $300 to $400 each, at least. I won't part with 72, but I could give you 79. Carl's making deals. Good. How much? $1 million. Zip. Really, he'll take it. So Bears Den already has his 1979. It's only a 20-man roster. And thanks, okay, it's my first 77 set with only 20 men. All right, Ray Fosse. It's like it reminds me of Road Warrior. Everybody was fighting for gasoline. All right, so it's a 4-4 for Ray Fosse with 1 out. I'm going to pull a card. It's going to be off the pitcher. 4-4 off the pitcher is a ground ball. This is the 3rd. Garrett has plenty of time. 2 down. And here's Dick Green. Top of the 8th. 3-1 A's. And that's going to be a 5. And that's a deep fly ball. Left field. On the run is Jones, and he makes the running catch to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Wayne Garrett, top of the order. Vita Blue is still in there. He's a workhorse. He's going to probably go the whole game. That's a 5, and that is a strikeout. I think that's like the 7th or 8th strikeout for Blue. Let's take a look at that. I can't see it because it's not opening up properly. I don't know why. Let's keep me a little tiny box. All right, so Felix Millan is next with 1 out. The Mets have not been able to get anything going offensively. That's a 6, and that's a rip to 3rd. Backhanded by Bando, throw to 1st, and in time. 2 down. 5-3. And it's Rusty Staub now. Rusty is 1 for 2 today. Flat out walked and singled. That's going to be a 4 off the pitcher, and that's ball 4. So this is the 2nd time Rusty walks, and this puts the tying run at the plate in Cleon Jones. Cleon Jones is already homered today, so Blue will proceed with caution. And that's going to be a 9 off of Jones, and that's a hard ground ball to Green. He's going to flip to Campy, and that retires the side. 4-6. Let's do that one more time. And it's Vita Blue. Vita Blue's up against Harry Parker. We got a lefty. Yep. All right, that's going to be a 7 off of Parker. That's going to be a gamble. Take a gamble card with nobody on. You're going to read the none section. Batter safe at first on an error. Right-handed batter, E5. Left-handed batter. So Blue's a lefty, so it's going to be E3. So this is going to be an error on Milner. A little batted ball that he bobbles, and Blue beats him to the bag. So Campaneris, we're going to try bunting. He's a fine bunter. Move the runner, get that extra insurance run. So let's bunt. Here goes. It's a 11, and that should be a good bunt. 11 is, and not only is it a good bunt, but it's also. So pitcher is a 2. His pitcher's a 1. So it's going to be an error on the pitcher, and both 2 men on. So let's do that. Let's do error, sacrifice with error on the pitcher, both men. So first and second. And here's Joe Rudy. Pitch from Parker. That's a 7. And that's off Parker. Here's a gamble with a runner on second. Foul out. If runners hold, careless. No, they're not careless. So foul out. Left field. That's what it says, left field, right? Yep. All right. And runners hold. Unless they're careless, but the Mets are home, so they're not careless. They're alert. All right, so 1 out. Here's Sal Bando, pitch from Parker. And we got Tug McGraw is going to come in to face Jackson. And that is Snake Eyes. Uh-oh. It's off the pitcher. Snake Eyes off the pitcher. That's a deep drive off the bat of Bando. Back goes Jones. Will he get to it? And that's over the fence. Home run. 3-run shot for Sal Bando, and the Oakland A's have broken it open here in the top of the 9th. Off Harry Parker. And Sal Bando takes his time around the bases. And he's greeted by his teammates at home plate. High fives. Goes into the dugout. Celebrated some more. And here comes Ray Sadecki. That's it for Parker. He gives Yogi Berra the ball. And in comes Ray Sadecki, going to face Reggie Jackson. 6-1 A's. 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. 8 left on base. The Mets are 1 run, 3 hits, 3 errors. 6 left on base. All right, here's a pitch from Sadecki. Lefty on lefty. That's the 9 off Sadecki, and that's popped up on the infield. Reggie, not happy with himself. And that's the third baseman. Wayne Garrett makes the catch. Bottom of the 9th, last licks for the Mets. The score is 6-1 A's. They broke it open in the top of the 9th with a Sal Bando 3-run home run. And it's going to be, there's 2 outs, and Gene Tennis is up. Sorry. One more to get out of this inning. It's going to be, again, a 7, but this is off the batter, and that's a fly ball, left field. Jones is there, makes the catch, and that retires the side. Now we're going to have John Milner versus Vida Blue. It's going to be John Milner, Jerry Grote, and Don Hahn to end the game. So they're down to the last 3 outs. That's going to be a 3 off of, that's a deep fly ball, right field. On the run is Alou, and he tracks it down. Here's Jerry Grote, and that's a 9. That's a hard ground ball to the third baseman, Bando. Throws out Grote, 2 down. The Mets are down to their last out. It's Don Hahn. Here's a pitch, and that is a 7 off of the batter. It's a fly ball, center field. Jackson there. Ball game over. So this was an elimination game for the A's, and they were able to defeat the Mets 6-1 to stay alive in the series. It's 3-2, Mets leading the series. So we are going to have a game 6 in the series. And the win is going to go to Vida Blue. The loss is going to go to Jerry Koosman. And the line score was the A's 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, 8 left on base. The Mets 1 run, 3 hits, 3 errors, 6 left on base. The big hit of the game, or the MVP of the game, was, of course, Vida Blue, who pitched an outstanding game. But a co-MVP is going to be Sal Bando with that 3-run home run that really broke the game open. Also, Ray Fosse had 3 hits as well. Then we're going to start getting ready for the next game. And that's about it. So this is CP Cards and Dice. I hope you enjoyed the presentation of a very cool and fun game with really nice results. Time travel baseball. It is very, very affordable to get in there, to get a hold of this game. Very affordable. Just the game itself cost me $10. You know, and I did an unboxing so you can see what you get for $10. Of course, the shipping was, I think, $8. But then the cards, you know, you can pick whatever. I just bought 500 cards for $20, something like that. You know, because you get players from all different times and all different periods and World Series teams and a whole bunch of things they do. Some guy just gave me his, basically for $20, send me his whole, and that's pretty much just for shipping because there's a lot of cards there. They have a card maker. You can make your own cards as well. So that's about it. I'm going to play another game. I'm going to play a Stratomatic game. I haven't played that in a while. So I'm going to fumble through that a little bit. And then we're going to come back and play game 6 maybe tonight. Oh, no, not tonight. Tonight I have a draft. So I'll be back tomorrow to play game 6. Let me see what comments I have here to look at. Okay, guys are taking up my chat box with wheeling and wheeling and dealing. You guys are funny. All right, that's about it. I don't know what you think of time travel baseball, but it's easy to play. And it's got a lot of, a lot of drama. I like that about it. It reminds me a little of History Maker Baseball. It has a little bit of that qualities, and then it has drama, and you pull a card, and you never know what's going to happen. But I will continue to play it for 30 days and continue to learn it. That's how I do it. When I get a new game, I play it for 30 days. And that's it. This is CP Cards and Dice signing off. Thanks for stopping by to Captain Carl and Bears Den. I'm glad you were able to work out a good deal for yourselves, and happy with that. And let's see. Who else said hello? I had a couple of guys that said hello. It was Norman Lee. Norman Lee said hello, and I'm glad. And he said hello. And who else said hello? Anybody else? That's it. All right, guys. Take care.